Gold Rush. Parker Schnabel's foreman gone for good. The departure of a key member. Life seems to be gold on the show. Rushing can get very stressful. Some miners were forced to leave the series because to rising tensions. Parker Schnabel previously frankly recognized his propensity for loud speaking when speaking to his crew. He is often he spoke as someone who displays their feelings. The Gold Rush star is utterly unrepentant. Personal annoyances while collaborating with his team. Sadly, this can occasionally lead to considering how undervalued he is. His experience as a foreman during the cluster cut. The most well-known departure took place during a season 10 episode in 2019 along with his foreman, Parker Schnabel. Dean dealt with communication issues, and while making calculations, they were making ready for a dig. Unfortunately, these errors eventually made the situation unsalvageable. Parker Schnabel and the other before Gold Rush stars must strike it rich. Thus, first complete the necessary duty of getting the area ready. Every component of the strategy demands thorough analysis, as even a small miscalculation may result in the team months, if not weeks, behind schedule. Consequently, Parker and the various mind bosses to successfully control their team and make sure they stay centered and on time. This added duty could come with some additional strain on the crew members. Therefore, this pressure may result in one of two results: either a significant bonus as compensation for their diligent effort, or receiving their last payment, indicating that their work has ended. Unfortunately, these situations may leave workers feeling similar to how Foreman Dean is devalued when the cluster cut was made. Despite feeling the strain of his young leader, Dean was tenacious and kept working on the pad for the clean plant. Parker, meanwhile, arrived at the location joined by Dozer, his devoted dog. They aimed with eager anticipation to put the sluice in place. The Gold Rush boss quickly started the procedure for taking measures, and immediately found that even though the pad might fit it was inadequate in terms of allowing enough room to operate within the sluice. Correcting this serious mistake, it will take many days to push the Gold Rush squad, is even later than expected. Parker seems irritated over the error. Invited Dean in a trailer to his workplace to address the situation. Locate a resolution. Despite Parker's propensity to raise his voice, amazingly managed to keep his voice control his anger when it came to Dean following the wash plant pad catastrophe. However, some of this was caused by the fact Dean has never given Parker the chance to yell at him. Parker then requested a meeting. Dean in his office to discuss the situation, increasing conflict between them. Dean followed the instructions, but he had already decided to draw a conclusion his time on the program. I am aware of your intended message, he asserts. I have nothing to say to you. Argued with his employer using those words. Both parties left clearly harboring resentment against every other. Just before he and his family left to the cameras, Dean revealed that he had goodbye to the remainder of the Gold crew of Rush, purposefully omits Parker in an effort to avoid any uncomfortable confrontations. As the former foreman started his car, Parker emerged from the camp and walked up to him carrying a white envelope containing the last check Dean received. The tension between them was palpable. Shook hands firmly before Dean drove away, declaring it to be his last departure regardless of whether Parker had planned to stop, no matter if Dean is employed. Uncertain, however, it was clear that the foreman had come to the end of his rope. In light of the hard and stressful existence, Gold Rush's decision to disappear from the show consistently, despite Parker's illustrious history as demanding boss, his behavior spoke for itself when he went up to Dean and delivered the last payment with a handshake and heartfelt congratulations. Parker exhibited his ability to characteristics of a thoughtful and fair-minded manager.